Some places feel far away, even when they're not. I grew up a few miles from Cefn or Ystrad. I'd never hiked it, and honestly, never even knew what was up there. Today's hike felt long overdue.
Welcome to another video on our quest to climb all the mountains of the Bannau Brycheiniog.
Wakey legs. Gonna walk up a bit of a river.
Cool, that's an old hawthorn tree fallen down over the path. It's all tangled in it. You've got like wild rose, look. Some rose hips. So much lichen all over it. And that there, I think it's Rowan. I don't know what that's doing at halfway up. Yeah, check out the amount of haws on that hawthorn, look. Masses. That's winter food to the blackbirds. And there's Pontsticill Reservoir. Yeah, cloud's pretty low today. If we look out the other way, there's blue sky in the background, so we might be getting that later. It's forecast to clear up.
Alright, so today we're hiking Cefn or Ystrad. It's a bit of an outlier. We're in the central beacons, but it's on the southern edge, and it doesn't really link up with any other mountains, so we just do this one in like a 12-13k loop. So it's a hike neither of us have done before, so that's quite exciting. And quite surprising actually for me, because this is literally about 3 or 4 miles from where I grew up. So a bit surprising, I've never done it, but we are so close to the bigger mountains, Cribben, Penrhyn, Condy, that I would normally just go to those ones. So yeah, finally, good to be hiking this mountain. So in the foreground here you can see the little village of Pontsticill, and then further in the distance there, that's my hometown of Merthyr Tydfil. You get a nice view here of the farm where my mum grew up. So that little patch of green amongst the forestry was my mum's home. And then when I was little, we used to go visit my grandparents every Sunday, and we'd go play in the forestry and no doubt get up to no good. got more of the sinkholes in this region, which we talked about on our hike, the first one in this series when we were in the western end of the park. Heading up into the clouds. Looking back at the hike we did yesterday, climbing up onto the ridge, walking round the big valley that you can see, and then along, down that drop off and up to the little mound there as Ashloyd. Then we came back up to the valley, drop down into that forestry you can see in the distance there. Just walking around Ystrad quarry. Circle around this before we head up to the summit.
Yeah, that's as close as I want to get to the edge.
So there's lots of quarries in this area. Merthyr Tydfil used to be the biggest exporter of iron ore during the Industrial Revolution. So it's all fed by the quarries around the edges of Merthyr.
But no longer. That's all that's left is a massive hole. Yeah, that's sound advice. What are you doing in there? Oh, my sign's fallen down. There you go. Oh, top's up here somewhere. That one maybe. I mean, that was a false summit. That's got to be it there in the background. It's further than I thought. Now that's nice, the sun's come out for us just as we're approaching the summit. And there's the trig point marking the summit. Made it. There we go.
New mountain.
Yeah. That's cool. That's got to be one of the quietest hikes I think I've ever done. Apart from that one farmer on a quad bike. So peaceful up here.
Yeah.
Bear in mind when the quarry was in full swing, it would have been the opposite, I think.
Yeah, different times.
But yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Got a bit of a view now, that's nice.
So our one and only mountain on today's walk, this is Cefn Ystrad, and this is 617 metres high. So it's just one of the little ones, but it's a nuttall and it is also a hewitt. So a proper mountain in its own right. Bronze Age burial sites here. So this one was 3 metres high, but it's been disturbed, and this was cairn of the shepherd, so must have been a pretty important shepherd to have his own burial cairn.
Well, we're looking for a bit of shelter for lunch, and there's a bit of a hidey hole in this cairn. There you go.
Oh,
Even got a chair for you, look, it's slanty.
a bit wobbly.
Oh yeah. You out the wind?
Yeah.
That'll do us.
Do us for lunch.
Lunchtime. Nice view. Yeah, it's cold up here, eh?
Cold.
Yeah. Sunny afternoon now. We pop down and there's a quarry road here. Some wild ponies. Loads of them.
The sunshine feels good.
Yeah, doesn't it? It's warmed up a bit now.
So Cefn Ystrad means ridge of the flat bottom valley. So what we're walking in now, I guess, is the flat bottom valley. We were up there earlier, we've looped round, and now we're down in the valley heading back towards the car.
There you go. It's pretty flat bottom, isn't it?
I think so.
Ah, bit of a river crossing here, isn't there? I don't fancy that bit there. It doesn't look too bad there, does it? Whoa! That was close.
I'm thinking step on the reed.
Yeah. It's not too bad, is it? Yeah, well done, Lou.
Stick it in my bag for me, in the pouch.
There you go. Shame people have to leave their rubbish around, really, isn't it? Oh, I might have started something here.
Seems to be dirt bikers. I'm going to pin this on you, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Hate to say it, but it looks likely. And the map has this marked as a sculpture. That's all it says. Oh yeah. Oh, yep. You make that jump, a leap of faith. No.
Underwhelmed them.
Judging by it over there, it looks really black. There was a little rainbow earlier. We're heading this direction, back down to Pontsticill Reservoir. I'm kind of hoping the weather's coming from where the sun's shining rather than that coming our way. So anyway, the pace has increased somewhat since we saw that. Funny that, isn't it? Whoa. Bit slippery down here. Nice little valley down here. You can just about see the reservoir in the background, so we're getting close. Got another river crossing, Lou. What do you reckon? Do you fancy your chances? Looks like the logs are gone. Little waterfall there. Oh, there we go, look. Test your sense of balance. It's a moving water.
Yeah, and it's quite slippery.
Yeah, it is a bit tricky. And it looks easy to do.
You can walk along Crib Gorge, but no plank of wood.
I was just walking up here thinking, oh, is that an old tent someone's left behind it? It's not, it's a round bale. Be put up here by the farmer to feed his cows, I guess. It's turned into a right little adventure coming back. But yeah, the path that we've taken, I think it's an unofficial path. It's been a little bit, what's the word? Random anyway. And we've just got to get the last little steep bit down to the road now. There we go. Look at that old hawthorn tree, that's really gnarly. Covered in lichens and moss and everything. Brilliant. What's that then? Maybe an old kiln. No idea.
Yesterday we couldn't see much at all, but today we could see everything. These hills have watched a lot. Farms, industry, change. And somehow I grew up beneath them without ever really knowing they were there. Maybe we don't always see what's right in front of us until we step back and look at it from a different angle. Next time. Some hills you only visit once. Craig Glacier isn't one of them. We walked it in every kind of weather, and this time it was mostly fog and wind.